Hey guys, Shay Stevens here, PDG number 77522. Thought it'd be a good time to do another in the bag. It's been almost a year since my last one, and right after my last one, tragedy struck. I lost a lot of discs I leaned on heavily, so the bag has changed a bit. Starting off, putting putters, still rocking my Neutron anodes, thank God, haven't lost them yet. They're my bread and butter, they've really been delivering this year. Starting with the putters for throwing. First off, still rocking a Proton Spin. Haven't beat that Electron Envy in just enough yet. This thing is just so useful for big antes, being understable. I can do some kind of cute roller stuff with it. Great disc. Let's see. Throwing putters. Start with understable. I got a Firm Electron Envy. It's starting to beat in a little bit for a nice hyzer flip shot. It's great, just point and shoot. Really nice smooth top on it, so it's not bad for forehanding either. Then you got regular old Neutron, good straight shooter, good reliable fade on the end. Bobby McNamara signature. Next up we have the Entropy. I have waited for this disc for so long. Good overstable putter. I can do some cute little flex shots with it. The forehanding is great, and it's just reliable. I know it's going to go left. Coming in next with the mid-ranges. And you know my pattern, Flippy, Neutron Theory, still in the bag, turnover shot, great disc. Hyzer flips, go to it. Got the Proton Matrix back in the bag. Terrible color, I could lose this pretty easily. But, you know, this thing's a little more, I can put a little more power on it than I can with that Theory. Hyzer flip it, or have a nice little turnover, a little touch of fade on the end. Regular Neutron Matrix, just dead straight rip it and let it come back on a little bit of fade, but it's a good, if I need to hit a gap, I'm going to hit the gap. And then the Deflector, the big brother of the Entropy. Takes a lot of heat. A lot of people didn't really like it. I love it. Ever since it doesn't glide, I don't want a disc to glide sometimes. I want to get it down to the ground. I want a big skip off it. If you're in the woods, you need to get around a corner. This gets around corners. I might visit the Pyro. People are saying, oh, it's glidey. You can do so much more with it. I'll see if I can work it in, but this is, I can control this disc, and I love it. Sorry, I'm laying through right now. There is a wasp hovering around me, and I'm having fun. Let's see, fairway drivers. Starting off, I lost my trick disc, my understable Inspire, like 154 gram. I bought it out of a used bin. I could do so much fun stuff with it. It's currently at Fort Washington on hole 11. If anyone finds it, I'll love you forever. So right now I'm trying to work in replacements, and those currently are a 156 gram relay that I'm just giving it a shot because the Inspire has been discontinued by MVP, so I don't want to fall in love with the disc that's not going to be around in the future, so I'm trying the relay since that survived the mold massacre of 2019. And then I have a 174 gram relay with the Elaine King stamp on it. Got it from her clinic. It was a great time. Really liking just very little effort. It's very Leopard 3 for you, or Leopard for you guys from Innova. Not much effort, just let it go. It'll get nice and straight, easy, like little flex shot, good control. And of course I still got my two Fission bolts. This one is good straight shooter, just pump it flat and it goes nice and straight. Good finish on the end. And then this is the 163 gram, very odd shaped dome, and it's very overstable. I'm hoping to beat it in a little more just to give me some versatility, but it's a good overstable, stable to overstable fairway. And then the staple of every MVP thrower for fairway, the resistor. It's a Firebird that only requires 70% of the effort. It's very easy. Woods Golf, must have. Another Bobby McNamara signature on that one. Pink disc, good vibes. And then the drivers. Pre-flight number Fission Photons are my staple of my bag. This is the first MVP disc I ever owned, still with me. It's been beaten to heck. Super flippy, you can do big antes with it. Great trick disc. This is a 163 gram that I actually bought used off of somebody because I had a horrible experience where I lost him in the woods and it it wedged right between two trees, and it took me 3 hours when I found it. That's how much I love this disc. If I ever lose it, I'm going to be in trouble. So this is the next one I'm working in. It's super beat up. It'll be the replacement. I keep it in the bag just to work it over when I have time. Next up, the BMAC Photon, Bobby Mac Photon. This one is, pretty much throw it flat. I'll do a nice little flex, go straight. It's a good straight shooter. I can do some good hyzer flip with it too. And then I have a newer one that this one just went in the bag a couple months ago. Back around, I want to say March, I lost 4 Fission Photons, all pre-flight number, within the span of a month. It was a rough time for my bag, and my rating shows. So I got a bunch of new ones. I'm just working them back in to get everything covered that I like. This color is terrible, gray, but I know where it goes, and I find it. And then the last disc, Neutron Phase, 167 gram. It's the meat hook, it's the wind fighter, it's the I need to get around a corner and go far disc. Really love it. It's nice and dependable. Good, feels good in my hand for forehands. I have been picking my forehand game back up, so flex forehands, this thing is awesome. Then lastly, excuse me, up in the top pouch, I cleaned this out a bit because I had so much junk. But I do have room for 2 discs up in here, and I just work stuff in here depending on the tournament I'm playing or if I'm just playing around with stuff. And up here I have 2 discs. The newly released Electron Matrix. Really like the feel of it. Super flat top. Fits really good in the hand. I didn't think it was a Matrix. Like, I thought it was a different disc. It just didn't feel right. Put it side by side, the profiles or something, so I'm guessing the dome is the difference. But for forehands, really crisp. Backhand, just dead straight, dead straight, dead straight, and a little bit of fade. So I have a theory in the bag, as you saw, and I really love it, but it's going out of production. I have some backups, but I'm looking for some long-term solutions, and I think if I beat this guy in, it might be it. I really love throwing the Matrix, so if I can get one that's super beat up and flippy, that's going to be great for me. And then, again, everyone I've talked to regarding the new Fission Photons, post-patent and with flight numbers, we all feel they came out really stable. So, more stable than the pre-flight that I stocked up on, but again, they're going to run out sometimes, so I have to find replacements. Given the Planck Special Edition Photon a shot, it's really flat top. It feels like a first run that I lost. I miss it terribly. Pretty stable, but I haven't. It's brand new. I've only thrown it a few times, so I'm going to beat this guy in a bit and see what I can do with it. I'm really excited. It's a 162 gram, so a little light on my spectrum, like right on the edge, but within my range. So I'm excited to see what I can do with this. So that's been my in the bag for late November 2019. I want to thank also for those who followed me along. I have a player page now, Shay Stevens 77522, and also want to thank Bill Gainley from Berea Disc Golf, who has picked me up as a sponsor on their street team. Really looking forward to working with him to grow the sport here in the area. Follow me on Facebook, and have a good season, guys.